Therefore, you're seeing other faces, other gifts, and other talents that the Lord is working with. So, without any further to do, she caught a breath now. We're going to welcome up Sister Lynette. Woo! Hey, God bless you.
All right, Michael. Praise the Lord, everybody. It's funny that I'm here because I just found out last night that I was the inspirational speaker. And I'm like, oh God, what would you have me to say? And I was praying. I'm like, Lord, I'm like, what am I going to say? And it's short notice. And he just kept giving me, because he's been dealing with me in regards to Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And it was just those first two words. Well, first one mainly trust, and to trust in God. And I just always said, Lord, I trust you. I'm like Peter when he said, love you, Peter, more than these. I'm like, yeah, I love you. I trust you, God. But he's like, trust in me. And I just did not get it until it's like, it's not about you. It's not about what you have. It's not your job that's maintaining you and keeping you. It's not your houses. It's not any of that. Your bank account. It's not anything. It's me that's keeping you. Still didn't get it. Right? Until I began to go through some things. And everywhere I turned, the doors were closing. And I had never been in this situation before because me, I don't like debt. Okay. And so therefore, I made sure generally that I was not in debt. Well, when my husband and I began to build our house and things weren't going the way we wanted it to, so I started putting this on this credit card and on that credit card because it was zero, because like I said, I didn't like debt. And he was like, are you sure we're going to be able to handle this afterwards? I don't worry, because when it's done, we're just going to refi, we're going to do this. Well, it didn't work out that way. Right before everything was done is when the market just disintegrated. I'm going to say it crashed, it just disintegrated. And so therefore, I could not refi. Not either any house. I have three. Okay. So I'm like, excuse me. Now I got to deal with all of these things that were happening. And then my job, because of the economy, said, okay, we need to give you a pay cut. And it depends on like where you were, what level, the higher the pay cut was for me. Then my husband got one too. So I'm like, Lord, what in the world? Because again, I was trusting in Lynette and what Lynette could do. But I was like, oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna take a loan out on my 401k. I'm gonna get out because I'm Lynette. I got this. I haven't trusted. I haven't what is that? In all that ways, acknowledge him. I ain't did any of that yet. Not yet. But you know he broke me down. And I did. So I'm gonna go to my 401k. Well, right before that is that one day that the market just, for whatever reason, lost 400 points, right? Mm-hmm. So before, because I had the plan, so I had already looked online and saw my balance. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I have enough. I can do this. Well, when it did that, I lost $30,000 in one day. And so I was like, okay, Lord, you must be trying to tell me something. So let me stop. Stop. So, Lynette, you just stop. Lord, what are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to show me? And that was it. It's not about you. It's not your house. It's not your bank account. It's not your job that is going to sustain you. It's going to be me. And I had no reason, no other recourse but to stand there flat-footed and say, God, what am I going to do? Now, I'm acknowledging. Now I'm going to the word. I'm like, I'm acknowledging. So that, yes, you got my attention. And understand, yes, it says, in all thy ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. It's just not where I went through financially. It's just where he had to break me down. Okay? It can be in family and job and work, even in yourself. Because that was me. Because I was a person that I can do this. It's good if you help me do bad. So I don't need you. So I had to get broke down. So so therefore, in that, I'm like, God. And like I said, I was saying, but I trust you, Lord. I tithe. So I must be trusting, right? I'm giving up my money. I must be trusting, but I wasn't trusting in him. Because I was tithing is because I have my job but I wasn't trusting in him. It's in God that we have that. We have to trust in him, believe in him, and know that he's going to do those things. Know that he's going to make a way. Know that he's going to bring each and every one of us out of those situations. As soon as I did that, and I just finally acknowledged him, he began to open that door because I couldn't take it. Because like I said, I don't do that. And my husband was like, you don't do this well. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't like nobody calling me for nothing. Okay? Because I'm one, I've always paid my bills on time. Good credit. I'm like, good Lord, what in the world? So he's like, you don't do this well. I'm like, no, I don't. And so therefore, when I finally said, Lord, what is it? Obviously, you trying to show me something that I needed to trust in him. Not in me, not what I have, my job, my bank account, my whatever, but in God did I have to trust. In him it says we move. We have our beginning. In him. So in him we have to trust. Because God is going to bring us out. He will deliver us. The word says we can do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think. No matter what I think, what I imagine I can do, God can make that happen for me and greater. It doesn't matter. Some people say, oh, I am an out of the box thinker. That's wonderful. But God can do that and more. But we have to trust in him to get that done. And that is what God gave me. It's like, just trust in me. Trust in him that he's going to work it out. And it is going to work out. And I just thank God that he did bring me out. And it is worked out. Thank you.